Hi, my name is Andre Casper, and today we're cooking Bangus Sisig using Frescano's boneless milkfish. First things first, we're gonna wanna chop up our vegetables. Red onions, green onions, chili pepper, and our white. We're gonna wanna get a decent dice on the onion. So if you make incisions across, all the way through, nothing too fine, at an angle, cut through your onion, just at the bottom. And repeat at the top. And now you can get to dicing. And same thing for our red onion, just half the onion will do. Moving on to our chili pepper. If you like to have a little bit of spice, this part is optional, but I do like it in my sisig. Just a nice thin slice across the pepper, and seeds included. And finally, what gives this dish a nice hint of color is the use of our green onions, along with being a nice addition of flavor. And just one bunch will do. Make sure it's thinly sliced. And a somewhat unique addition to our sisig that we're doing today is just a little hint of ginger. Now there's a lot of ways to tackle going about peeling and skinning it, but we're just gonna use just the thumb size of ginger right here. So I'm just gonna go along the edges, take off all the parts that I'm not gonna use. And what really makes sisig unique is the use of a citrus called calamansi, which is native to the Philippines. Very hard to source here in the States, but I did manage to get my hands on some. Here is the juice, and this is the citrus, the fruit. And now it's time to finally fry the fish. Over medium heat, I'm gonna place my pan down, let it warm up just for a few seconds before adding your oil. We're gonna do a shallow fry, so you don't wanna be covering the fish, but just enough oil so that the fish on the bottom is gonna be frying perfectly. And while the oil is heating up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, let's take the fish out of the package. And we'll be drying the fish because we just don't want it to splatter too much when it hits that hot oil. And now when placing our fish in, we want to gently lay it away from your body. And after about 7 to 10 minutes per side, we can give it a good flip. And after another 5 to 10 minutes, we can take them out of the hot oil and transfer them to a draining sheet. And once the fish is cooled down to a temperature comfortable enough to handle, we can flake the fish. So the process of flaking the fish is going to involve me removing the flesh from the skin. Later on, you'll see why I want to keep that skin there. And with all the flesh that I remove, remember to be as gentle as possible. We don't want to rip the skin. And here's the best part, it's the belly. There is a singular bone you're going to want to keep out for. It's going to be centered right along the middle of the fish, and that is located in the belly fat. And we don't want to waste any pieces. So my final steps is I'm just going to gently scrape. And now we're moving on to the assembly of the sisig. I'm going to transfer all of my flesh into a bowl. And of course, the process of flaking or shredding the fish, I can do it by hand, but I really do like to use 2 forks, and I just go start shredding at it. And we want to get the meat as fine as possible, and that belly meat is in there, really providing a lot of nice fattiness, which will bring all the ingredients together in the end. You can see here, it's just nice, put together, but not liquidy. All right, starting first. The first thing we're gonna add into the bowl is gonna be our onions. We have red onions, our white, some green onions, and salt. We're also gonna add toyo, so you don't wanna go overboard. We can always adjust seasoning later on. Pepper, chili pepper. I'm only gonna put a few in right now because I'm gonna use some to go on top. And of course our ginger. And now our calamansi zest and juice and toyo. We're gonna mix this all together. The spice, the acidity, the salt, the pepper, and the toyo all blend together in perfect harmony with the fish. And now this is why we save the skin. It's really gonna be a beautiful presentation. You keep that skin and you add back the sisig mix of the meat, the sili, everything. And you wanna pack it as you're filling it so you can fit as much on the fish as possible. And keep the head and the tail exposed, of course. Now garnish with some green onions, some more sili peppers, and go ahead and squeeze some calamansi juice on top. So add just a little bit of extra oomph to the dish. And of course, put some for people's taking. And there you have it, our beautiful Bangus Sisig.